Jernigan, I assume that this is your boyfriend.
Yes, it is.
And this is his daughter.
Yes, ma'am.
And it is your claim that you made a loan to Miss Coffin,
Yes,
your
ma'am.
boyfriend's daughter, in the amount of $2,000, that she's made some payments on the loan, but she still owes you a little over $1,700. Miss Coffin said she's never borrowed any money from you. She took some money that her father gave her, but she doesn't owe you anything. So tell me about this loan.
Okay, John and I have known each other for almost 5 years now. He is Crystal's father. We moved in together in September of 2000, and soon after that, in December, I decided to loan Crystal $2,000.
Well, tell me how that came about.
John kept getting numerous phone calls from Crystal about getting behind on her car payments and the rent and the electric bills and the water bills. So he didn't have the money at the time, so I decided that I would loan it to her. It took me a couple of weeks to decide.
Just a minute. At what point did she have a discussion with you, if ever?
I did talk with Crystal sometime around the second week in December of 2000, and she just told me that she needed to get up to date on her car payments. She asked me if I could loan her some money, and I finally agreed a couple of weeks later to do so, and that's when her dad called her.
Why didn't you call her?
Because he decided he wanted to handle things with his daughter.
Fine, step up. What's your last name?
Coffin.
Mr. Coffin, then you had a conversation with your daughter?
Yes, ma'am.
What did you say to her?
I told Crystal that Brenda could let her borrow $2,000, and that would help her pay her credit cards off.
What did she say to you?
Get caught up. She told me that would be fine if I could get it to her as soon as possible. So we went down. Brenda took the money out of her account. I took the money, took it into the bank in South Carolina, and deposited it into my daughter's North Carolina account.
Is that about right, Miss Coffin?
No. I called my father and asked him if he could give me some money because the house bills were past due. I could not afford to keep the house bills caught up because I was trying to keep my own bills, my car payment, and my credit cards caught up.
Well, whose house is it?
It's his house. Well, a house he rents in his name.
What do you mean he rents in his name?
I live there, but the house lease is still in his name.
But you live there?
Yes, ma'am.
With whom?
My younger sister.
How old is she?
She is currently 21.
Okay. So he moved out of the house and told you that you could stay in the house?
Yes, ma'am.
And you left the two girls in the house, and what was the arrangement with regard to the rent?
Well, I was still paying the rent at the time I moved out.
When did you stop?
Probably a year later.
So you paid the rent on the house
And the
for a
electric
year
bill. And
while
the
your
water
two
bill.
girls were living there?
Yes.
And when did you decide to stop paying the rent?
I got a job in South Carolina, moved to South Carolina. My son moved in with the girls, and they said they would take care of the bills.
So far, is that correct, Miss Coffin?
No, ma'am. My brother actually lived with my father for several months before he moved home. My father called me and asked me, will you call your brother and ask him to come help you? And I said yes. He was still giving money for the rent, but he stopped, and I took over paying the rent.
Okay, well, that's fine. You were living there?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So they were your bills. At that point, your father hadn't been there in some time.
Right.
And he had, in fact, paid the rent and the bills for a period of time, even when he wasn't living there.
Up to a point, yes, ma'am.
But then he said, now you kids are grown-ups. You're over 21. You're on your own. Pay your own bills.
Right.
And you got behind.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Go ahead. Let me hear the rest.
I asked him if he could afford to send me some money to help get caught up on the bills that were past due. He said that he would see what he could do. If he could come up with the money in some way, he would. He called me back and said that he was able to come up with $2,000 and that he would deposit the money into my account and that it should hit sometime the next afternoon.
Are you telling me, Miss Coffin, that you never had a conversation with Miss Jernigan about money?
I had a conversation with Miss Judy. Yes, ma'am.
And what was the conversation?
She asked me to list all the bills that I was behind on and to tell her which ones I thought were the most important. And I said, well, the only bills I'm really concerned about needing help with from my father are the house bills because the other bills are my bills.
They're all your bills. You live there. So you have to pay your rent. Now, what I want to know is, one gets the sense that you fully understood that your father didn't have this money, that the $2,000 was coming from Miss Jernigan. And I say that because you had a conversation with her about how much money you needed and what you needed the money for. And But for the fact that you thought that perhaps she could help you with that money, why would you discuss your financial matters with a stranger?
My father asked me to talk to her about it.
Why?
Because he was going to try to get the money from her, and she wanted to know where the money was going and what it was for.
Okay. So you understood that your father didn't have the money, and that if you were going to borrow the money, it was going to be from her.
I didn't borrow the money from her.
Why would she give you money?
I understood that he was going to get the money from her to give to me.
According to Ms. Jernigan, she's not even asking you for any interest. She received $230 from you. You have a balance of $1,770.
Yes.
You have a note there, Ms. Jernigan, that you indicate in your complaint that the defendant sent you sometime in 2002.
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to see it. It says, sorry about all the delays. I will try to send something every month from now on. Love, Crystal.
Yes, ma'am.
So?
That was last summer, I believe June or July of 2002. Brenda's mother had passed away, and my father came down for the funeral. He told me that she was emotionally distraught because of all of the bills that had accumulated while she was not able to work, while she was taking care of her mother, and that she was giving him a little bit of a hard time about not having made any payments to her. And he came to me at work and said, I need you to give me some money so that I can give Brenda some money, just so that she'll feel a little bit better.
Good. That's a good thing that you gave her the money because you took it from her. And your apology is very clear. Sorry about all the delays because you didn't feel like following through. You owe her the money. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,770. That's all. Step out.
All right, is that?
Your father passed away in June of this year?
That's correct, Your Honor.
According to your complaint, he passed away. He had a heart attack in his car.
That's correct, Your Honor.
And the defendant was in the car with him, along with her boyfriend?
I'm not exactly sure if she was either in the car or if she was following behind him in another vehicle, but they were traveling together.
How did they know each other, do you know?
The defendant's mother had a relationship with my father.
Is that right? So your mom and his dad...
We're dating.
When his father had the heart attack, were you in the car with him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh. And this is all about a cell phone.
That's correct.
Because it is your claim that the defendant took your dad's cell phone after he had the heart attack and died.
Yes, Your
in
Honor.
their presence
Yes,
in the
Your
car.
Honor.
And Ms. Cruz says that she has the cell phone, but that he gave it to her.
Okay.
June what did your father pass away?
It was June the 18th of this year, Your Honor.
What time?
I have a copy of his death certificate.
May I see it, please?
Sure. The coroner put his time of death at about 2:30 p.m. Of course, the...
Okay. Did there ever come a time when you got property that was on his person at the time that he died?
Yes, Your Honor.
When was that?
The following day, on the 19th, that morning, the county coroner called me and my brother to come and get his personal effects. Now, we had to get his vehicle.
Okay. What personal effects did you pick up?
Okay, I picked up his wallet, his checkbook.
Okay, wallet. Was there anything in the wallet?
His identification and some of those things.
Any cash?
There was no cash in his wallet, Your Honor.
Do you know where your father was going on the 18th of June?
Yes, I do, Your Honor. He was doing, my father was retired. He spent most of his time just doing yard work for people, doing handyman jobs really for little or no pay. And he was assisting the defendant's mother on doing some of this work.
Okay. When was the last time you had spoken to your father from the cell phone?
The morning before his death, probably maybe about an hour or an hour and a half before his actual death.
Did you call him or did he call you?
He called me twice, Your Honor.
From his cell phone. Prior to that, for what period of time had your father had this cell phone?
He's probably had the phone almost 2 years. He's had this cell phone, Your Honor.
And is that the phone that he uses primarily for his communication with you?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, now, Ms. Cruz, it is your claim, your defense, and you say you do have the phone, and you did use the phone, but there was a gift to you.
Yes, Honor.
Now, I'd like you to tell me your version of the events when Mr. Sims' dad picked you up, because that's what happens. He picked you up along with this person?
Yeah.
Who was this
my
person?
Witness. Oh, that's my boyfriend.
So let me hear. He came and picked you up at your mom's home?
No, he came over my house and picked us up, and we were going to go swimming. But first, we were going to do some stuff for my mama.
Okay. Now tell me about the cell phone.
And he took me and my boyfriend to the side and said,
Clip 1, around 6 o'clock. Voiceover. Here's the turning point. A written apology and partial payments can strongly support a loan claim. But is that enough to prove the full debt?
and we agreed on it. All three of us agreed on it.
Just a second. So you're saying he took you from the side of the truck and said, you're like my kids,
Yes, Your Honor.
and I want you to have my cell phone. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did he have another cell phone?
No, he had
just had that one cell phone?
just that one and the house phone.
Well, but he had the cell
Yeah.
phone. That was his cell phone.
Yeah.
And as long as you knew him, he had only used that cell phone. Is that right?
Yes, Your
Is
Honor.
that right? So on that day, he said to you, you're like my kids, I want you to have the cell phone.
Yes, Your Honor.
Liar! You're a liar.
There was other witnesses there.
Bald-faced liar. You took his cell phone off his dead body.
No, he
and you
was not
probably also took the cash out of his wallet before the police got there. Not a question in my mind. Why would a man, unless he anticipates his own death, who has used a cell phone for 2 years to communicate with the rest of the world, all of a sudden take you and this person who is sitting over here and say, I want you to have my method of communication? Why in the world would he do that? You're like my kids. If you're like my kids, then he goes and buys you a cell phone and said, here's a cell phone.
No, because he got tired of carrying it around and everything.
It was too heavy. It was too, just a minute. Please do me a favor. Put your hand down. I don't have to listen to that baloney anymore. It's baloney. Could I please see the expenses that you are claiming for the cell phone?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did they use it, by the way?
Yes, Your Honor. They used it. Those 3 days, there were approximately about 400 minutes that were used. And I have those.
Well, just a minute. How much was the cost?
The total cost for the cell phone minutes, it was 35 cents a minute. I don't have that itemized. But
Well, just a minute. Did you ever get a bill from them for this?
yes, Your Honor.
Well, I want to see the bill that you got.
This has the outstanding minutes that he had left over in excess that we had to terminate because it could have been transferred over to his next of kin. That's what the first statement says. That's from the wireless people.
No. I understand what you're saying, Mr. Sims. Listen to me. What you're saying is he had sort of credits, that it didn't cost you hundreds and hundreds of dollars because they took the phone, but that you as his beneficiary or next of kin could have used those minutes if you wanted to from his cell phone plan. Is that what your plan is? Get a life. Where's the phone?
We don't have it anymore.
What'd you do with it?
The guy that was staying with him, Billy, his daddy, took it. And it's my brother.
Your Honor, there was no one staying with my father. He lived alone. But we asked her the Friday when we first found out that she was the one that had the phone. When she returned the phone call, she said that we were not going to get the phone back, that she got to the phone before we did, and that he's dead, and she's just as entitled to it as...
Let me tell you something. Some people will be happy, productive, moral people their whole lives, and they will raise, hopefully, happy, productive, moral offspring. And some will not. We're not talking about a lot of money, but we are talking about those people who have the capability of being moral people and those who lack the capability of being moral people. Yes, we're talking about a $40 phone bill, which you're going to get, and let's say your father really had a state-of-the-art telephone. A really good one costs $150, is that right?
Yes,
really
Your Honor,
good one?
it's on the estimate.
$150 plus 40 is $190. You don't get paid for the minutes, right? And I want you to, you have to feel sorry for them. I want you to feel sorry for them. Don't be angry with them. They're never going to be able to get smarter. They're never going to get morals that anywhere relate to what civilized people do, because anybody that could take property off a dead person, which is what they did, will never change. Because I don't believe that anybody, your father's age, drives a car and rides around with not a dollar in his wallet.
That's correct, Your Honor.
I don't believe that that happens. That doesn't happen. So if you're a death scavenger, you're never going to change. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $190.
Judge, you may be seated. Folks, have seats, please.
Ms. Betker, you and the defendant lived together for a couple of years, well over a year ago.
Yes.
And you have a child together. How old is the child?
Almost 2.
And it is your claim that the defendant owes you for furniture that he has that you believe was either yours or at least both of yours, and for an assault that you say he perpetrated upon you, causing you to have a broken nose and substantial medical bills. Mr. Schwantz says that the furniture was his, and he says that you started the fight that resulted in whatever injury you had. As a matter of fact, the charges in that case, he says, were dismissed because you acknowledged to the court that you hit him first, and he is counterclaiming for something about his deceased brother's car rims, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, tell me about the separation in August of 2001.
He got possessive. I switched shifts to second shift, different plant. He accused me of cheating on him. I went out one evening after work with a couple of friends, and I come home the next day because I was too drunk to drive, and the door locks were changed.
Where was your child at the time?
My mother.
Is that when this incident happened that caused you to have a broken nose?
Yes, because I went the next day to receive my belongings, and we started arguing. He kept following me around the apartment. I noticed most of my stuff was broken.
So what happened?
I started packing up my clothes, and he was yelling at me, calling me obscene names, and he called me a word I didn't really like, and I threw a burp rag at him, and he come at me with a fist.
Threw a what?
A burp rag.
Yeah.
And then he punched me in my nose.
Your Honor, that's...
I'll let you tell the story.
Yes, sir.
And what happened next?
I called the cops. I have a copy of the police report.
Okay. I'd like to take a look at it. Now, can you explain to me why you waited a year? Forget the incident involving your broken nose for a second, or this has bloody nose. You'll show me the bills later. Because I assume you went through a criminal proceeding?
I never actually went to court, Your Honor.
Really?
While I was in jail, the judge had reviewed the case and dropped all charges against me.
Do you have a report on that? Do you have any
No,
paperwork
Your
on
Honor.
that? How long were you incarcerated?
For 2.5 days.
Okay. What furniture do you claim that he has that belongs to you?
My living room set, my bedroom set, and other small belongings, which
All
I
right,
have
let's
a
start
list.
with living room set and bedroom set. Who bought it?
My mom bought the living room set. I bought the bedroom set.
Is that right?
The living room set, her mother gave both of us
Yeah.
while we were together.
Okay.
The bedroom set she did have before we even got together.
So why didn't you give them back to her?
She took my son, and then...
Studio microphone clip 2, around 10 o'clock. Voiceover. Now the real battle begins. Was this phone actually a gift, or did someone take property after death? The timing could change everything. What do you believe?
have the heart to just leave it in the apartment and let it be taken.
So where is it now?
They're at my apartment.
Okay. She wants him back.
Well, the problem with that is I was given joint custody for my son.
I don't care. I don't care. The living room set and the bedroom set she wants back. Get it back to her.
Your Honor, she owes me several $1,000s.
For what?
For the tires and rims, for...
Just a minute. We're going to get to your complaints. I'm talking about things, not money. She has to get back the living room set and her bedroom set. They're hers. What else?
There's a list of Beanie Babies, some clothes. I've tried numerous of times to get my stuff back, and he come get it. Oh, don't come get it. Come get it.
Do you
don't
have
get
her
it.
stuff? Someplace?
I have some of it at my apartment, some of it at my parents' house, and a lot of it I've given back to her already.
Okay. Whatever you have a child together?
Yes.
Do you share custody? I assume
Yes.
now at this point you share custody. So it's a very good idea to maintain nice relations with her.
I've been
Pleasant.
trying, Your Honor.
Very good. So pack up all the stuff in boxes. Tell her where she should go to pick them up. You live close to your parents?
No.
No. Your Honor, she's
What?
had more than enough ample time over the last year. I've told her several times
Listen!
to come get the stuff.
But what are you doing with it?
A lot of it was sitting in storage for 5 months.
Fine,
while
but
she
now
had
it's still
chance to-
there. Mr. Schwantz, I don't understand you, sir. Now it's there. You said you have some of it at your house, you have some of it at
Correct.
your parents' house, right?
Yes.
Get it together and give it back to her. What are you telling me that it's being used?
Yes, it's being used in
What-
my home, which I'm providing for my son when I have him half the time.
Mr. Schwantz, I want you to understand my words. The bedroom set and the living room set are going back to the plaintiff.
Yes, Your
Do
Honor.
you understand? That is the order.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good. As far as the other things are concerned, physical things, put them in boxes, and she's going to pick them up. And I'm going to suggest, Mr. Schwant, that if you don't want to be an immature baby, you put them in boxes, wrap them up nicely, store them nicely, so that you don't have any quarrel with her. Because you have a child who's 2 years old, and for the next 16 years, you're going to have to get along with each other. So don't make a mountain out of a Beanie Baby. Do we understand each other?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, good. Then don't speak anymore. Now, you want to tell me, he says that it wasn't just a throwing of a rag in his face, that you slapped him first. Is that true?
That's false.
Want to tell me what happened?
We had gotten into an argument.
That I know.
Okay. The argument got heated. I called her, and she turned around and she had a rag in her hand and hit me with her hand. And after
The rag in it.
Yes, with the rag. She was holding it in her hand. She hauled off and slapped me across the face.
Slapped you. And what did you do to her?
I turned around and I slapped her back.
Slapped her or punched her?
Slapped.
Slap caused her a broken nose?
Possibly.
Okay.
I'd never seen any reports of anything,
Well,
no
let me
doctor
see.
bills.
Let me see. Where does it say you had a broken nose?
They couldn't find that paper, but it does say that I
It
had a
doesn't
fractured
say. It
nose.
says nose possible fracture. It says headaches, whatever, and it says nose injury, possible fracture. And you declined x-rays, is that right?
I did a couple weeks after that.
You have the results of those x-rays?
don't.
Well, then I can't help you. If you slapped him and he slapped you back, unless I have proof that he overreacted, reports don't indicate that you had any more than a bloody nose. Okay. 5 days. You got the order. Now let's get to your counterclaim. Your counterclaim is something about your deceased brother's rims. I'm ready to hear you, Mr. Schwant.
Before my son was born, while she was still pregnant with my son, we purchased together, but in her name, a 97 Ford F-150. My brother, who was deceased now, had some tires and rims that were on his truck that was similar, only a year newer. The truck was going to be repossessed by the bank. The bank wouldn't let us take over the payments on it, so we had these rims that we had nothing to do with. So we put them on the F-150 that me and her had got, with the understanding that if anything happened between us, the rims were to be returned.
Go ahead.
Okay? When she left, she took the truck with her, and I asked for the rims back, and she refused to give them back.
Yes.
And she still refused to give them back up until the time the vehicle was repossessed.
And?
And,
So?
well, they belonged to me. They were one of the last things that I have of my brother, who died 2 years ago.
You mean it's like a class ring? His rims for his car is like a class ring?
No, but it's a remembrance of my brother, who's deceased now.
That's what I didn't get from your counterclaim, sir, that the rims had sentimental value to you.
Yes, they did, Your Honor.
Mr. Schwant, if you were old enough to make a child, you're supposed to be mature enough to make reasonable judgments. To even come into a courtroom and suggest that tire rims are a sort of sentimental symbol of your brother that she took away when she took your truck, and you want her to somehow, and the truck is repossessed.
Yes.
Right? So that she doesn't have the rims anymore.
Right.
So you want her to give you money, and that somehow will make you feel better. You'll have the money to look at that will remind you of your brother.
I never wanted any of this back until she brought this upon me. Only thing I wanted...
Just a second! You have her stuff. You have her things.
Yes.
The rims for the car are not yours. You neither purchased them, they were not bequeathed to you.
Yes,
No, they weren't. Show me a copy of the will where your brother left you his rims.
he didn't have a will.
All right. They were not bequeathed to you. They were sitting on a car that was going to be repossessed. You put it on a car that was in her name. And she left with the car. Period. End of discussion. This is her furniture.
This is explosive. A gift requires credible proof of intent and delivery. With the owner dead, whose story can the judge trust, and does her explanation hold up? Viewers may feel Judge Cook questioning Essie's suspense or disbelief.
In her daughter's life, irrespective of who that person was. she wanted her daughter to have a living room set to live on. Didn't make any difference who you were. Don't you understand that? Didn't make any difference.
No, I don't understand that.
It's very, very easy, sir. If she had chosen, who is this person?
This is my brother. He's here as a witness.
Very good. If she had chosen your brother to have a child and a relationship with instead of you, her mother still would have given her the living room set. That's all I'm saying to you. So it didn't make any difference who you were. If she had chosen Bird, she would have still given her a living room set. Didn't make any difference who you were. Do you get it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very good. And so, but the bottom line is, what I'm telling you, is that you have a 2-year-old child together. We're talking about things, easily replaceable. She may not have done the right thing, and I'm not saying she did the right thing, because I'm telling you right now, if she leaves her child with her mother and goes out drinking or partying with friends and doesn't come back all night, and you change the locks on the apartment where you're living, that means that she has done an immature, stupid thing. Because when you have a young baby, you don't go out and play all night. You understand?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. You understand. So I'm not saying she's Miss Goody Two-Shoes. You have to
Yes, Your Honor.
understand. But you share custody with her. And if we're talking about things, Beanie Babies, I mean, what a mother of a 2-year-old child wants to do with Beanie Babies, I haven't a clue. I haven't a clue. But you picked her. You
Right.
have to deal with it. So get her stuff together and give her stuff back to you and stop being a big baby over ribs. As far as the broken nose was concerned, I don't see
Your
any
Honor.
proof of a broken nose.
Your Honor.
What?
Can I add some things? As far as me, you mentioned that I was being a baby.
Yeah.
I think I've been more than an adult about this whole thing. I initially took her to court for custody of my son. I've had my child support taken completely out of my check, so I never have to even deal with it. It's always paid up.
Good.
I fought her for over a year to get joint custody, and she still refused to have my name even on the birth certificate.
Okay, so you picked her.
Right, and that was my mistake.
You
But
picked
I've got
her.
a beautiful son out
You
of it.
picked her.
Right.
If you picked a baby to have a baby with, if she's acting inappropriately, you're living with your mother?
Yes.
Do you work?
Yes.
Good. Your mother helps you take care of the baby?
She helped when I take the baby to the babysitter, and then she'll pick him up.
When she's not at the bar.
Not smart. The fact that she's at a bar, if she is at a bar, if she does play, if she is not being totally responsible for your son, that's a terrible thing.
It is, Your Honor.
Terrible, terrible, terrible thing. But you have to live with it.
Right.
And if you're going to give her a zinger, what's going to happen is, at some point, she's going to make it difficult for you. You're going to make it difficult for her. Then it's going to be up to some family court judge to make a decision as to where your child goes. And you never know. You may get a good judge, somebody who'll look at the situation and say, listen, parents are equal. Mother, father. He's the more responsible parent. She's a barfly, irresponsible. And I'm going to award this child to the father because that's where the child's best interest would be served. And then again, you may get some idiot, and there are a lot of them out there, who say, well, mothers are still 100% entitled to their child unless they beat them, unless they scald them. Little children always should be raised by their mother. There are still people that feel that way.
Right.
And some of them happen to be judges. So you may not be lucky enough to get somebody who's fair.
Yes, Your Honor.
So what I'm telling you is don't be a fool. Be careful. She's still the mother of your child.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good. That's all. What?
There is one other thing. There's a matter of storage fees for the furniture that I'm giving back to her for 5 months' worth.
What were they?
$372.
What else did you have in there?
Just her belongings and my son's.
Did you use your son's belongings?
Not at that time. They were.
But you're using them now.
Yes. But I think she should, still be liable for the storage fees. I paid the storage at my expense so she wouldn't lose her furniture, Your Honor.
When did you tell her she could have her furniture?
Off and on throughout the whole year that I had this stuff.
Is that right?
It would
Several
be,
times.
come get it. I'd call him, I'm coming to get it. No, don't bother to come get it because you're not going to get it. I'm not giving
That's
you
not
nothing.
correct, Your Honor.
My mother has even asked for it.
You have at best $150. They half the storage because there was other stuff in there that's not property, that is solely hers. You're not talking about a lot of money, Mr. Schwant. Do you understand?
Right.
You understand? You're talking about principle.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I'm telling you to grow up.
I'm trying, Your Honor.
You're not trying hard enough, sir. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I think that she's a gold digger. She used me for what she could get.
I go to the bar maybe once a month, if that.
Left after I caught her cheating on me.
Stay away from men like that.